Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Let's go. Shoot.
First down, Murray. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. Here's Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike, 58 right there. I'm scared. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 58, 58.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded at the goal line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there. Right there. Walk twist. Express. Check.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 52. Express. You gotta get moving, man. Man moving. You gotta get that. What is it?
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey, but he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Under 10.
He may try and run for this. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Carolina.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready, 20. Right there. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Pass it. Right there. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
They'll try the air now with Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Lane. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And running with power here. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Here's Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Switch. 58, come on. Great. Come on, guys, out of time, let's get off.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Gun. Hey! Squeeze, double.
To the air again, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory,
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's got Fitzgerald. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing now is Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. 30, 36.
To throw, it's Murray. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of, this is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity. And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And they work this out past the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun. Express! Here we go, D, get off the field. 58.
On first down, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I got him. Great. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Right side.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, he's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 29, Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Gun. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Express. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. It's our time.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike, 58, right there. Ready? And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Newton to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Murray going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, that's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
58, right over there, right over there.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Murray gets this one to Isabella. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Murray again. And able to find Kirk complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Let's go, let's bring it. Right there.
Murray now on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Great.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Newton on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Newton on third down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I was in a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. And another score by the Texans, so they've added on to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain, and it's second down. Now they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Gerald McCoy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Strip the ball.
Murray with a 3rd and long. They're able to locate Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on second down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Newton now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
58.
From the red zone now, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that... That's about. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Josh Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Check. 8. 20.
Here's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw on third down, Newton. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. 11 yards and a Panther first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch out. Check 37.
McCaffrey following the penalty. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They run on 2nd down with Adams. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Great. Check three.
Throwing here, Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Newton. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
He was taken down by Chandler Jones. It's 2nd down.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.